Hi, I'm Professor Beck Strah.
And I'm producer Brit, and this is the news.
It's the news, put on your new shoes, 'cause it's time to get up off your chair and hear the news without a care. Said it's the news, wash away your blues, 'cause it's the prison news.
This just in. Ahoy, dudes!
Ahoy.
Welcome back to Prison Breakdown. Eric is sick as a dog. So today, I'm joined. It's a broadcast. It's me, the producer, Brit
Hello.
Brittingham.
Indeed.
Producer Brit, how's it going? We're
It's
recording on
fantastic.
Super Bowl Sunday.
We are. Not to give away too much our recording schedule, but yeah, this is definitely Super Bowl Sunday.
Well, we're recording it the day before it's released, so we want the news to be fresh, right?
Exactly.
Like you cook a fancy dish, you want it to be fresh.
I think we have a regular episode this week, and then this one might be for next week. I'm not sure. I'll have to look.
Well, it'll be either fresh or medium fresh.
Yeah. Now you made me like really nervous, because I wasn't planning on, editing an episode today, but maybe I'll have to.
I don't know the answer.
Yeah. Well, anyway, how have you been?
Well, I just went to the grocery, and tell you what, there's nobody there. It's the best time to go to the grocery store right now. As the big game. You excited for the big game?
Totally. No. So tomorrow is our third part on manipulation. So this will be.
Oh, is that?
Okay. Yeah. But
Okay,
happy
so
Super Bowl
this,
Sunday, belated Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, America.
Enjoy your lukewarm news.
Yeah.
So, Britt, you and I are both living in Super Bowl areas. You in
We
Seattle,
are,
me in New
actually.
England.
Yeah, you're totally right. Who are you rooting for? Do you care?
I will say I don't like the Patriots, but I will say not the Seahawks. I think that both sets of fans are equally as obnoxious, but the Patriots win more. So they can actually back up what they are about. That being said, I don't care for them. I don't care for the sport. And so I am a conscientious objector. You and I are going to sit on the sidelines, as they say in football.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we wouldn't actually sit on the sidelines watching that. I don't think either of us care.
You and I, we're on the bench.
No.
In the dugout, as they say in baseball.
The football dugout.
They should have. Okay, so rather than have football players sit out in the rain, give them a dugout.
Yeah, everywhere should have a dugout, but you gotta think, like, what happens if you get a flash flood while you're playing the game, right? Then they're trapped. Then they're gonna get drowned in the dugout.
I think there's exits. I think
the
they're
dugout
going back to
becomes.
the locker room.
I'm talking about a flash flood. I'm talking about like a Texas flash flood, baby.
Are we talking like a tsunami? How bad is this?
No, this is just my alternate ending to Friday Night Lights.
Well, you could you think of any stadium is shaped like a V, right? Like a 3D V,
Sure.
and so you can at least go up.
No, well, but that's
In
where
the
it's
stands.
flooding from. It's flooding so hard that it's all pouring down from those downward angles into the dugout specifically, and so it becomes like
digest.
so
it's raining in a V shape.
it becomes like a cyclone flash flood into the football dugout.
There's a tornado that's making it all stay there.
Sure, yeah, you get it.
Well, this is quite something. Who do you care about in this whole Super Bowl?
Nobody. I just hope that the major corporations make a lot of money.
Oh,
That's who
I
I'm
hope so
rooting
too.
for. That's who I'm really rooting for.
I hope that there's at least a couple AI commercials.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's gonna
give
be.
me some crypto commercials too.
I think those are gone from the. I think we're on to like betting on things like
Oh, sports apps.
yeah, not just sports apps, but like the ones where you can like Poly Market where you can just bet on events and stuff like that, and like who's going to win the
Like
presidency.
Kolshi.
Yeah, those garbage apps.
Yeah, it feels like the downfall of Empire America has really sped up in the last I don't know, year,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3.
Mhm.
And well, here we are. Just reporting the news as we see fit.
Yeah. Speaking of which, let's get into some news. You want to go first or should I?
You know what? You have it.
All
You
right.
take the first story.
All right, I'm gonna kick this one off with a pretty positive news story. You know, get us off on the right foot here.
Please.
So this one comes from South Dakota Searchlight, from John Holt. This one was released today, February 8th, Super Bowl Sunday. This guy, South Dakota, he doesn't know he's up against football. He's releasing this on Super Bowl Sunday. That's wild.
And also, who does South Dakota go for in the Super Bowl?
That's a great
Seattle, because it's slightly closer?
Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. Depends on where they moved from, I'd say.
Hey, South Dakota, if we have any listeners in South Dakota, write in. Tell us your allegiances.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Please. Yeah. This story says prison program that puts moms and babies together shows promise, officials say. So for the past 5 years, conversations about prisons and how to manage them have played out as a tumultuous bout of realignment and soul searching after another for South Dakota's leaders. Wardens have been expelled, structural deficiencies have been exposed, new wardens and corrections secretaries have come and gone. Lawmakers fought bitterly over how to spend money set aside for prisons. And as a result, assaults and overdoses spiked. When the dust settled, the state had endorsed a new women's prison in Rapid City, a new men's prison in Sioux Falls, and a correctional rehabilitation task force. But something else
What does
happened.
that mean? The task force? Like,
Um,
what do they do?
I can read you an article on what it's supposed to do if you want. I have it here.
I've always wanted to be on a task force. Say, how do I join one?
Yeah. So they were tasked with making a report.
Oh, I'm out. I don't need to be on a task force anymore. I have enough work.
Yeah. So since 2022, qualifying inmate mothers in this program. Oh, sorry. I didn't mention. Something else happened along the way. Prison officials quietly stood up for a program that they now view as a solid win for inmates and their families. Since 2022, qualifying inmate mothers in this program who have lived full-time with their children in a house on campus of the South Dakota Women's Prison in Pierre. So in the 3 years since this program's launch, none of the women who have left prison after participating in the program have returned into state custody.
So we're saying 0% recidivism.
0% recidivism. Yeah. So it's too early to calculate any long-term impact, but Corrections Secretary Nick Lamb told the legislature's budget-setting committee recently that he likes the odds for success. More than 40% of South Dakota parolees return to prison within 3 years of their release, which is a pretty high 40% within 3 years, which is a pretty high recidivism rate.
Yeah, it's pretty like normal recidivism rate if we're taking into account like parole violations and all that too.
Yeah. In states with similar programs, Secretary Nick Lamb said the repeat offense rate for participating moms is, quote, something like 2%. That's not an official. It's something like 2%. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just a quote from him. So through fiscal year 2025, which ended on June 30th, 17 women had participated in the program, according to the Department of Corrections annual statistical report. 10 had been released at the time of the report was issued, and Corrections spokesman Michael Widener said none have returned to prison. Which, that's a small sample size, but that's still very promising. If it's 40% within 3 years, yeah.
So it's a kick-ass idea. programs just like this, I believe, to the best of my recollection, I think they were started in the Chicago area. I want to say like Cook County Jail, but Illinois has been doing these programs for a while, and especially in Chicago. And they continue to have these robustly low recidivism rates that are like abnormal for a program, but in a good way.
Yeah.
So you and I were chatting before the pod. Why don't we copy and paste what we know works to other prisons? Why don't we do this?
Hey! I got some good news for you, brother. So another mother infant house is nearing completion at the women's prison that they were just building. Is a consequence of new legislation in Rapid City, which is set to open this year. So they are expanding it in the state, at least. This is something we should probably roll out nationwide if it shows, promise elsewhere. And I'm sure it has. So I don't know. I don't know why we're not messing with this more.
Yeah. I like when prisons at least take ideas that they have learned from other prisons that work and implement them. But if the different state prison systems like talk to each other more and actually look to outside influences like what they're doing in Europe, we could have a lot better prison system with a lot lower rates of recidivism because we're actually being innovative and talking to each other. And instead, prison is too often this like black box where programs are the same bullshit that's been done over and over again. I've talked to so many inmates who are like, yeah, I don't know. They have programs here, but often it's like a guy wheels a TV in and shows a video and puts his feet up on the desk, which doesn't teach these guys anything. So a program that is reconnecting moms and their babies and actually teaching parenting skills. Awesome. There's no problems with that.
Totally.
Think of a single moral objection to this. They're violent criminals. Why should they have their babies? That's what outrage people, fools would say. Fools,
absolutely.
But they're still moms, and the baby has to go somewhere.
Right.
Do you want the baby to be a casualty of the prison system too? I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want them to like miss out on the formative years with their mother, like just because their mother's in prison? Because that mother is going to be released, and if they have less connection to their baby, I think there's a common sense case to be made that having more connection to their baby will help with their recidivism because they have more connection to the outside, which is something that we see is great for lowering recidivism rates.
When I talk about stuff like this, inevitably, like once a year, somebody will raise their hand and go, yeah, but what if the mom's like a serial killer?
Well, she doesn't qualify for the program then, unfortunately, which is why they have, means testing of sorts, like
they have qualifiers.
Yeah, right.
Probably no serial killers.
No, there's actually, I think, a great movie to be made here. We should call it Serial Mom.
Yeah.
It's actually a great film by John Waters that y'all should watch. It's fantastic.
Serial Mom?
Good film.
This is a podcast that does support John Waters. So, listener, you heard it here. Serial Mom. Go check it out. Now in video stores.
Indeed. And with that, I think we should give a word to our sponsor.
Who, as the New Orleans Saints would say, who is that?
That's going to be Roger Williams University School of Justice Studies.
SJS.
They have so many fine degree offerings. We got stuff anywhere from legal studies. We got political science. We got international relations, public administration, forensic science, public management, digital forensics, cloud computing, anthropology, and sociology together. And then coming in at number 2, we got School of Criminal Justice.
And
then my number 1, forever and always. Leadership.
That was good. It's always good.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Roger Williams University School of Justice Studies. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Roger Williams, University School of Justice Studies.
What do you got in the old news barrel over there?
I want you to pass the proverbial football over to me.
Oh, lateral. Oh, you got it.
What a catch.
Oh.
First down. Now, actually, the second news story, second down. That makes more sense.
That does make more sense.
So my prison news story comes to us out of the state of Mississippi. Now, Mississippi lawmakers, they have a House Corrections Committee for the State House in Mississippi. They are putting in place an oversight task force, the kind of thing I want to be a part of, to review some recent deaths of state prison inmates and try to prevent future deaths.
Sure.
And they put a bill out there for it. If the bill passes the House, it goes to the Senate before getting kicked up to the governor of Mississippi, who can send it off or veto. Now, the House has found that there are some prison understaffing issues going on, and some gang violence that have led to nearly 50 deaths in the last 10 years in Mississippi prisons. And I want you to guess, of those 50 deaths, how many of those deaths have led to criminal convictions of some sort?
Of the 50 deaths of inmates, wait, I'm going to guess 2.
A little bit higher, 8, but 16% is that's a very poor average.
Yeah.
So we see the family members of the deceased. They're unhappy about this for all the appropriate and obvious reasons, and they aren't being told anything by the state about the deaths of their loved ones. They're not getting much word from prison officials, so they have to get details from like advocates, journalists, and incarcerated people, and they're pissed. And this committee, the whole purpose of the committee is like, why are people dying? Is it drug overdoses? Is this lack of medical care? Is it a violence issue? It's important that they figure this out because this is real, actual lives at stake. Now, old classic character from Prison Breakdown, the prison commissioner of Mississippi, Burl Cain.
Oh, Burl Cain. Cain in the house.
The Cain train.
And Cain in the membrane. Or
I like that.
Burl Cain in the membrane.
He says the department is going to re-review the homicides and deaths of indeterminate causes because he's going to see if there's anything that they can do and any indictments that they can push. But he said this back in October, and it's been 4 months, and there hasn't been shit said since that came out. So we don't really believe that Burl Cain is going to do anything about it because Burl Cain is a guy who talks a big game and doesn't really deliver unless it's church-related education programs. They currently have a corrections overview task force in Mississippi, but part of the problem with the task force that they have is it's 13 members, and of the 13 members, I took a look to see who's in there, and it's way too many people that are affiliated with the correctional system sit on this oversight board.
Sure.
And the watchmen need a watchman. There's no oversight of this board, so they're there to.
It's like internal investigations where you just put like cops into it. I'm like, wait a second, so they're.
Yeah. If there's going to be like a civilian oversight board, don't put like all former cops on yours. That would make no sense.
No.
So the board there needs oversight, and it was established 12 years ago and implemented to make policy in the first place, but it doesn't have any real authority other than just making policy recommendations. So we'll stay tuned, see what actually happens here as the story develops. But the state of Mississippi is in, it sounds pretty dire. And it relates to a little documentary we're going to be talking about in a podcast further down the way, where producer Brit and I review the Alabama solution, which is where Alabama is experiencing a lot of these problems as well. Now, let me hike, and I pass. Brit. Oh, Brit catches the ball.
Another lateral. Brit. Well, now we're on the third down somehow.
Third down.
We're just passing the ball laterally on the 10-yard line over and over.
Yeah, there's nobody tackling us.
So this one comes out of Washington. This is concerning a new bill proposed.
We're talking Washington State?
Washington, D.C., baby.
Oh, how do you feel about people who call it Washington?
I'm fine with them. I don't care. I don't care how people.
The official stance of the podcast is we are fine with it.
People do that. Who cares? So this one comes from Police One, which is a police news resource. As this one is from today. Headline reads, Police Union backs federal bill aimed at preventing corrections officer suicide.
Oh, I am about that.
Yeah, I think that's cool. So let's read into it a little more. So the Fraternal Order of Police, the FOP, has shown its support behind federal legislation designed to improve mental health screening and care for corrections officers, citing elevated suicide rates and the unique dangers of work inside correctional facilities. In a January 26 letter to Representatives Marionette Miller Meeks, Republican from Iowa, and Dan Bacon, Republican from Nebraska.
Two awesome names. Listen to those names. Those are so...
Don Bacon and Marionette Miller Meeks. Marionette Miller...
Marionette Miller names in America.
Marionette Miller Meeks is the name of a puppet. Like... That's what you like when you first become a ventriloquist. That's what you name your first like female puppet. So
Dan Bacon is the second one. He's just a strip of bacon.
I see a new Jeff Dunham bit coming on. So FOP National President Patrick Yose endorsed House Resolution 2305. The Correction Officer Blake Schwartz Suicide Prevention Act. The bill was named in honor of Corrections Officer Schwartz, who died by suicide in 2023. He worked at a federal correctional institution, Thompson, in Northwest Illinois. How would you feel about your legacy being them like naming suicide legislation after you?
Had I committed suicide in this circumstance?
Yeah.
If it can help other people and save lives, I say good.
All right.
But I mean, like, he's dead. He can't.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't
Fine.
But I'm all for I'm all for it. It takes a problem to find a solution like this, right? Like the problem of suicide is much more endemic than just one person.
Mm-hmm.
But if it gets named after you, sure. At least your name carries some legacy to it.
All right.
How do you feel about it?
If I were him, if I were the family, I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't think I'd like that. But that's just me. I feel like they should name it like just the Corrections Officer Suicide Prevention Act. But instead they go with Corrections Officer Blake Schwartz Suicide Prevention Act, which makes it sound like they're just trying to stop Blake from doing it. Like, imagine being a guy named Blake Schwartz, the same spelling, and you would get bullied by like everyone you work with after this happened.
It's true. It's interesting that they forever memorialize him as a corrections officer too.
Right, exactly. That's the deal. Is that what you want to be remembered as? The job that made you like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I am currently doing some research in developing a correctional training. I'm doing research on corrections officer suicide, stress, and burnout. And it is a national problem. And my advisor, Dr. Frost, in PhD, that's like one of her main areas of research now. And it's fascinating. They have much higher suicide rates than the general public, but it's not just tied to one thing. It is tied to so many things. Also, the levels of PTSD among corrections officers, some studies estimate it higher than like soldiers who were in the Iraq and Iran wars.
Interesting.
Which is, it's incredibly high. And understandably so, because people face difficult circumstances all the time in there.
Yeah, for sure. So if enacted, the bill would create a grant program providing funding to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, states and local governments to conduct mental health screenings for corrections officers and offer referrals to mental health care providers when needed. The goal, Yos says, is to identify officers who may be struggling and connect them with help before a crisis occurs. Improving the mental health of these officers could save their lives, Yos wrote. He added that expanded mental health support could also help agencies improve safety, efficiency, recruitment, and retention. The FOP represents more than 382,000 members nationwide. It's a huge union. Yos thanked the bill's sponsors for their leadership and said the organization stands ready to assist lawmakers as the legislation moves forward. So, yeah, that's, I don't know, that's good news, I guess. That's tough subject,
you and
but
I,
good news.
We're going to do an episode at some point on corrections officer suicide, and we're going to learn more about the phenomenon, what's behind it, and what can help to prevent it. Mm-hmm. So if you're a CO out there, we care about you. Yeah. Don't harm yourself. You don't need to.
No. Someone cares.
Someone cares. We care about you at the pod, right into the pod. We'll even have you on the pod. Come talk to us.
Yeah, you'll be memorialized as being the suicidal corrections officer on a podcast.
Don't say that. No. No.
That'll make your life easier. Coming on the podcast to talk. I don't think that's a good idea. You should not extend that offer.
All right. Well, it's too late. Cat's out of the bag. All right. And Brit snaps back. Oh, I catch it. And touchdown. Now, finally, in the news. Mm-hmm. This last Wednesday, Judge Eileen Cannon. Are you familiar with Judge Eileen Cannon?
I'm not.
She's a Trump-appointed judge who is. She's had a lot of loud and very not caring about the law so much opinions, objectively so. So she sentenced would-be Trump assassin Ryan Ruth to life in prison. And you might remember old Ruth because he attempted to assassinate Trump on his Florida golf course in September 2024. Mm-hmm. And if you remember, he was the guy who was seen peeking out from behind some bushes and a fence with this high-powered rifle. Mm-hmm. So Judge Eileen Cannon, called Ryan Ruth an evil man and gave him a sentence of life in prison plus 7 years. Mm-hmm. Mr. Ruth attempted to give a statement to the court about Ukraine and other unrelated topics, and he was cut off by the judge and escorted out of court. Ruth plans to appeal. He says he never intended to harm Trump, which is, okay. After he was found guilty a few weeks ago, he attempted to harm himself in front of the jury by stabbing himself with a pen. And he actually represented himself in court, interestingly. Wow. And his lawyer, who was appointed after his conviction, argued that there's no way he could have gotten a fair trial from this. He was found guilty, but he says that the new lawyer says, hey, the jury was misled. Like, this guy doesn't know how to effectively talk to witnesses, use exhibits, or introduce any kind of impeachment evidence to the court. Mm-hmm. It's hard to say. He has also been given a psychiatric examination since being arrested, and it seems that Mr. Ruth has got the old narcissistic personality and bipolar type 2 disorders. So, cool. Yeah, there's a man in need of some mental health care, mm-hmm. and we hope that he gets the care he needs in the prison.
Yeah.
Now, for another touchdown, mm-hmm. I think Eric's away. It's time for the old boys here to play. Is it time for Brit's picks?
I think it is. Brit's picks. Brit's picks. Brit's picks. it's time for Brit's picks. So
Go, hit us.
What have I been into lately? Let's see. So let's start with a good old film. I like film. Good
like
film that's come out lately, because it's Oscar season. And one of those movies is on the Best Picture list is Hamnet from 2025. Directed by Chloe Zhao, who did Nomadland before, which got the Academy Award for Best Director. So this one was pretty well anticipated, and I think it delivered. It stars Jessie Buckley as the wife of Shakespeare, and kind of like... I'm not going to spoil the film, but a lot of bad things that happen to their family, and it's a sad but beautiful film. I would highly recommend it. Very good.
Is this nonfiction? Is this based on any true stories?
Yeah, it is based loosely on true stories, but like not much is actually known about Shakespeare's private life.
Right. There's been that theory for years that Shakespeare was like a collective of people rather than just the bard.
Most scholars have like completely dismantled that idea, but yeah. But that was wonderful. And then for music, I've been listening to a band called Low from Duluth, Minnesota lately. They were around from 93 until a few years ago. So they were almost around for 30 years. And they had like 5 members, 6 members, 8 members throughout their time, but like eventually became like a 2-piece. And their stuff becomes like kind of weird and inaccessible at times, but always like interesting and kind of like, I don't know. Not trend setting in any way, but like I think like pretty influential. Like you can hear a lot of like more modern music in what they were doing like 5-10 years before that became a thing,
Well, you also love weird and inaccessible music too.
I do. I really do. You're not wrong. And some of their stuff is a little weird and inaccessible, but I think it's pretty cool.
You're like still a defender of that song by the Beatles. It's like just noises and like squiggles and
Revolution Number 9. Or
yeah, that one sucks.
Well, I love that song.
It makes no sense why people would listen to that. And you're like, oh, give me that in surround sound.
Oh, all right. So you got some Beckommendations?
Oh, indeed I do. Hit that track.
Beck's Rex. Beck's Rex. Beck's Rex. Or Beckommendations. I recommend the Constitution of the United States. I recommend peeing in someone's yard. Objection, Your Honor. Beckommendations.
Oh, such a dope theme. All right. I'm going to make this quick. First Beckamentation. The revival of The Muppet Show, produced by Seth Rogen. It's so funny. It's so good. Did you watch it?
Not yet, no.
Oh, it's fantastic. Sabrina Carpenter is the guest, and she makes hits. We love Sabrina Carpenter. This show does support Sabrina Carpenter. She's cool. It's excellent. Finally, I recommend the novel King Sorrow by Joe Hill. I'm currently reading it. I'm about a third of the way through. It's excellent. It's a long ass book. This is an 800-page book, but you know what? It's pleasurable. It is. It feels like a really good Stephen Kingian type thriller, which he's Stephen King's son. So of course, that's what you get. But he's perfected the form. Every one of his books I've read, total hit. So that's my recommendations. And that is a wrap on this podcast.
Indeed. Thanks once again to Roger Williams University School of Justice Studies for sponsoring this.
Thank you, Roger Williams University School of Justice Studies.
And
We love you.
go Super Bowl.
Yeah. Go out there and get yourself a Super Bowl of soup. Ha! That's a joke no one's ever made.
Never. If you like the podcast, please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you get podcasts. And until then, I think it's time for some lights out, baby.
Lights out, baby.